All right, let's talk about that feeling. You know the one. You're a few hours deep into a gaming session. Maybe you just clutched a boss fight that you had been sweating like you were, I don't know, defusing a bomb in Iraq. Maybe you wrapped up a massive quest line and leaned back in your chair thinking, yeah, I'm the man. And then it hits you. That creeping little voice in the back of your head that asks, what am I doing with my life? Yes, the post-gaming guilt. Gaming's version of a hangover. Except instead of alcohol, it's your own brain judging you like it pays you rent. I could have been productive. I could have gone to the gym. I could have learned something. I could have built something. Yeah, sure, and you could also have been a millionaire by 25, but hey, here we are. But here's the thing. That guilt, it didn't just appear out of nowhere like a random enemy encounter. It was installed into you, preloaded like some kind of cultural malware. So let's see about uninstalling that shit, okay? Modern life runs on output. Your worth measured by your job title, your schedule, your grind. If you're not busy, you're lazy. If you're resting, you're wasting time. If you're enjoying yourself, well, clearly you're doing something wrong. Especially in places like the US and the UK. There's this unspoken rule. Downtime must be earned. You don't get to relax unless you've suffered enough first. And gaming gets tossed straight into the mindless entertainment bend, right next to doom scrolling and watching your 47th episode of the Gilmore Girls or whatever it is. Just one more episode of a show you barely care about anymore. But here's the twist. Gaming isn't a waste of time. It's recovery. Science-backed recovery, actually. Actual, legit, science-backed recovery. We're talking about studies showing that games are one of the most effective ways to recharge mental energy. Often better than passive things like TV and scrolling your phone. Why? Because games demand focus, give instant feedback, provide structure, and let you feel in control. After a day of work where everything feels chaotic, stressful, and completely out of your hands, gaming hands you a controller and says, here, fix this world instead. And suddenly, you can. There's also this weird stigma that refuses to die. You hit your 30s and somehow enjoying games is supposed to be embarrassing. Meanwhile, nobody bats an eye if you watch a 3+ hour movie, binge 5 episodes of whatever show it was you'd like to watch during the weekend, and read fantasy novels about dragons and magic swords. Which are awesome, by the way. But pick up a controller and suddenly it's, shouldn't you have grown out of that? Let's hit them with a little bit of reality for a second. The average gamer is in their 30s plus. Most gamers are adults, and a huge chunk of them are working professionals. Gaming didn't stay in your teenage bedroom. It grew up with you, with us. We're not talking about simple distractions anymore. We're talking about 100-hour narrative epics, stories about grief, trauma, and morality. Systems that require strategy, planning, and skill. This isn't just playing games. This is engaging with one of the most complex forms of media humanity has ever had the privilege of creating. Here's where the guilt really digs in. We're taught to value things we can show. You go to the gym, you get a visible result. You build something, you can point to it. You earn money, and it stacks up nicely in your account. Or you buy the fancy new car that shows you have a lot of money. But gaming, what do you have to show for it? Nothing you can physically hold. And that's where the lie sneaks its ugly little head in. Because games don't give you external value. They give you internal value. Focus, mental stimulation, problem solving, a sense of mastery, emotional engagement, and joy. And let's talk about that magical thing called flow state. The moment where time disappears. You're completely locked in. Everything just clicks. Everything just is the way it's supposed to be for just a little while. Gaming is one of the most reliable ways to hit that state. That's not wasted time. That's your brain operating at peak performance. If gaming is so pointless, then why is it absolutely dominating the planet? Let's look at some numbers, or you can visualize some numbers. The gaming industry is worth hundreds of billions of dollars and still climbing fast. Compared to movies, music, and streaming platforms, who all are losing money year after year. Gaming doesn't just compete, it wins every year. And it's not just mobile games or casual stuff either. We're talking about massive AAA titles, deep RPGs, story-driven experiences that people line up for like it's a cultural event. Record-breaking launches, millions of players, entire communities forming overnight. That's not people wasting time. That's people choosing what matters to them. There was a time when games were treated like disposable toys, but that time is gone. Now, games are studied in universities, showcased in museums, awarded alongside films and television, analyzed like literature, because they combine everything: storytelling, music, visual design, psychology, player choice. And then they add the one thing no other medium can fully replicate: you, us, the gamers. You're not just watching the story, you're part of it. Making decisions, feeling the consequences, experiencing things directly. That's not childish. That's revolutionary. And gaming isn't just something you do alone anymore. It's one of the biggest social platforms on Earth. Streaming communities, multiplayer games, online friendships, shared experiences. People laugh together, people compete together, people struggle together, and people win together. Even single-player games spark massive discussions, theories, and communities. Gaming isn't isolating, it's connecting. So, why do you still feel guilty? Because you've been told your whole life that if it doesn't produce something, it's not valuable. And that's complete nonsense. Not everything in life needs to be monetized, optimized, or turned into a side hustle. Sometimes it just needs to make you feel something. You only get one life, that's it. And your free time, the small window of hours that aren't owned by work, obligations, or responsibilities, that time is yours. Not your boss's, not society's, not some imaginary productivity judge living in your head. Yours. And you don't need to justify how you spend it. You don't need to earn your enjoyment. You don't need permission. Think about your life for just a moment. Your memories. They usually come from joy or absolute chaos, or in some cases, complete dread. And let's be honest, most of your gaming memories probably aren't traumatic. That one boss fight that took you hours, that co-op session with friends where everything went wrong, that story that stuck with you long after the credits rolled, that's joy. That's meaning. That, my friend, is life. So, no, gaming isn't a waste of time. It's a part of your story. And trust me, there are a lot of great moments awaiting all of us out there. Now, go make some more.